blockchain networks that require every peer to execute every transaction, maintain a ledger, and run consensus can't scale very well. And they can't support true private transactions and confidential contracts. So the Hyperledger community designed Fabric V1 to deliver a truly modular, scalable, and secure foundation for industrial blockchain solutions. The most notable change is that peers are now decoupled into two separate runtimes with three distinct roles: endorser, committer, and consenter. Here's how it works. Say you run an organic market in California, and I grow radishes on my farm in Chile. You and I are on a blockchain network that supports transactions between various markets, growers, shippers, banks, and others. Say I agree to sell you my radishes at a special low price, but I need the other markets that buy from me to continue buying at the standard price. They shouldn't be able to execute our confidential agreement and find out the details of our deal. In fact, if they aren't part of the deal, the transaction shouldn't appear on their ledger. Fabric V1 handles all this. My app looks up your identity from the membership service and then sends the transactions only to our peers. Both of our peers will generate a result. In this two-party agreement, the transaction requires both of us to render the same result. But in transactions with more parties, other rules can apply. Then the peers send the validated transaction back to the application, which sends it to a consensus cloud for ordering. And then the ordered transactions are sent back to the peers and committed to the ledger. But to get my radishes to your market, there are many other parties involved. Some need to know that my radishes have been verified and checked into a shipping container. Others need to handle bills of lading, customs inspections, financing, insurance. But most of these parties don't need to know about our special price. Now think about our transaction running on a network handling all the markets, all the farms, shippers, facilitators, the whole supply chain. This is the same pattern needed by many industries. Anywhere we need to manage confidential obligations to each other without passing everything through a central authority.
Good early AM, everyone. T-Speak at 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is going to be a quick update. I wanted to share that Hyperledger stuff with you so you would understand how it works. I always like to sneak in some very valuable information in the beginning of my updates. And instead of putting them in the back, I like to put it in the beginning so you have to watch it. Because if I put the time to put it in there, I'd rather you see it before I get to what I need to talk to you. So I'm going to be doing a live. So if you're watching this, there's a live that'll be starting after you watch this. From past live streams, I've learned I need to do this after. Do this before live streams so that if anybody needs to go to bed or whatever, they can get a gist of what's going on. So again, you're more than welcome to tune in, but you have to be a member of Tom's Army to comment. So, just a real rundown real quick. Bitcoin, telling you guys, I still feel like this is what's, at least minimum, what's going to happen. We're going to come down here. We're going to tap down here on the 4-hour time frame. Well, that's the 30-minute, but you see how right here even, this is coming up for support. It could be a confluent touch there. In the 30-minute, that's the 4-hour, and in the 4-hour, or it's the, in the 30-minute, that's the 200-day. And in the 4-hour, this is the 20-day right here. So you could have both as a confluent touch. I think 42,588 is where it's going to touch, and it's going to prove bullish if it's going to hold this area. I've stated my case many times that this is a bullish cup and handle if it holds right here and touches the 4-hour time frame. The fear is if it doesn't hold here, it would, you could come all the way down to the 38.5, and the Ichimoku is signifying exactly what I'm saying. So I'm saying there's no reason to be in a position until we can prove that Bitcoin can hold that, because there's many opportunities to get in on the way up, but if you get in and then it just collapses, you're going to be out before the run ever starts. I still see a bullish divergence. XLM hasn't finished its bullish divergence like a lot of the other ones have. It's got to come well up through probably 22, 23 cents. And you can see in the short term, it looks like we're consolidating a little bit with XLM, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. We're waiting for Bitcoin. But in the daily time frame, you can see there's some upside here in the short term. And I'm going to take advantage of it because I've called after a Bitcoin dump where this could come all the way down to 18.5 possibly if Bitcoin has a little dump to 42.5. And then I believe we're going to come all the way up here, minimum. I think we could come up to there, though. So this is what I've been seeing in my own head. So if I could get a buy-in, and I'm going to be doing a live stream, so everybody who's interested, you might as well tune in. So I'm looking for a 20% gain from there, a minimum of 14% if we can get it at 18.5. And that's going to be a liquidity dump like I've been talking about. And that's only going to happen if Bitcoin comes down to 42,588 and holds. But that doesn't mean XLM is going to go all the way down there. I'm just saying that's the average price where I think it'll end up. So that's what I'm looking at there. With Bitcoin, like I said, with that cup and handle, I think if we could come down to 42,588, that'd be great. This is suggesting we could come down to 39,892. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. That's in the daily, but in the 4-hourly, you know, it's signifying an overzealous dump off, which if this happens right here, all this signifies is that we fell through the 4-hour time frame and we had a overzealous dump and people took profits because they were afraid of what was going to happen, because by a technical rule, if you break through the 4-hour time frame, you're bearish. And that could be a 1 to 3 hour dump. And then if the wick pulls up before the 4-hour candle closes, does it even matter? Nah, but if you're in it, you're going to end up getting liquidated. And let's just end it on XRP because I got to do this live stream. Again, this is all depicting on Bitcoin. That's why even when it made a fake out, it couldn't go anywhere. We're waiting for Bitcoin. So it's suggesting that XRP might come down to 72.2. And that's what I said. We might have a liquidity dump in here. And this is just confirming everything I've been saying. So you use this as a confirmation and not a, you don't let it lead you to your decision, but you let it, you know, quantify what you're thinking. I don't know if it's going to come way down there, though. It could just ride this until Bitcoin decides to do its thing. So that's what you're looking at. Make sure to hit that like button. If you want to join Tom's Army, $9.99 a month. It's more than just joining Tom's Army. Get the exclusive Telegram. We got a new member. There's 2 new members now. 245 members of Tom's Army. We're up to 245 members in the Telegram. 254 members of Tom's Army. We've already had 2 new members today, which is phenomenal. I can't even thank you guys enough. It's making my head spin how many new people we are, but we're building something special. I'm here for everybody. So you can see I literally talk to everybody, guys. So if you message me, I will message back. But you get this for free for believing me on YouTube. And then also, by being in here, you can get into the free classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which tomorrow, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will get a class going. It's free. You have to be in here to get it, the link. But all I ask at the end of the class is you $5 donation. You don't even have to be live. I put it'll be available 60 seconds after the live stream for 10 days. So anybody can watch it whenever, as long as you're part of Tom's Army. Stay blessed, everybody.